Well, here it is, the first of hopefully many in a series of videos that we'll be releasing regarding slabs, the history behind them, the book, why we got it slabbed, basically getting into it, discussing it with you guys, showing it all for you guys. Hopefully, like I said, it's the first of many. If you like it, let us know. Stick around, check it out right after this. What's rockin', comic fans? What's going on? Welcome to the first video of hopefully many, if you guys like this, where we talk about a slab, a book, why I got it slabbed, the history behind the book, just a lot of fun stuff. I love collecting, I love sharing it with you guys, so every book has a story, why we chose it and everything like that, so that's why I wanted to show that to you today and talk to you about it. Because slabbing books, it should be important. You know, if you're not a flipper, if you're a collector like myself, you know, why we do it. So just going to be discussing some, things behind that. You know, like I said, the history behind the book, stuff like that. But if it's your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're enjoying everything going on right now. But like I said, don't worry, we usually do mystery boxes. We do CGC unboxings. Those are still coming. Those are still happening. Right now, CGC really has me tied up. You know, they lost a submission of mine, and I'm not submitting anymore until I get that one straightened out. So I figured something fun to do would be talking about slabs, certain books, why we had it slabbed, stuff like that. Now, I'm going to give you a heads up. If you're looking for a major key today, it's not here. These books are all part of my personal collection, and I'm going to explain personally why I had it slabbed in the first place. Give you a little history about the book, everything about that, and just hope that you enjoy it. You know, it's about collecting. It's about having a good time. That's why I do it. You know, I love my books. I love the history behind the books. I love reading them. And the ones that I want to save, I have them slabbed, either in a case, put them on display, whatever. But leave them in there for a long, long time and preserve them, you know, pass them down to the next generation of collectors. But before we get into that, if it is your first time here, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button down below. Much appreciated. While you're down there, maybe clicking on that subscribe button, you'll see another one down below. Kind of looks like that. Give us a nice, solid thumbs up. Much appreciate the likes. If you dislike it, you dislike it. That's up to you. Freedom of choice. Click that as well. If you like what you see today, if you like the book, maybe you have the book, maybe just like the story behind it, leave us a comment down below. Maybe there's a book that you want me to talk about that I might have in my collection, or if you collect a particular line, I could do that in the next video. Leave us a comment down below. If I pick your comment, I'll highlight it in the next video as well. So getting into it, the book itself. I figured it'd only be appropriate to talk about the first slab I ever had, the first book I ever had slabbed and sent to CGC for grading. This was a book that I bought when it came out. This came out in '95. And to me, like any teenage boy in the 90s, at some point had a fascination with this character. Now this character, Lady Death. This is Lady Death in lingerie. Hubba, hubba, hubba. Limited edition to 10,000 copies, leather. Now, the reason why I got this slab is I was new to grading, new to CGC, everything like that. I took it to my LCS, or I wouldn't say really too local, but a shop I really trust and enjoy going to, Zap Comics in Wayne, New Jersey. And I met with them. I had brought a stack of books with me. Met with Ben, awesome guy. He went through all of them. And, you know, he saw this one. Now, me and my wife, we both went there. And it was funny because he was going through the books. He came across this one here. And he looks at it, he pulls it out of the bag and board. He opens it, he feels the cover, he smells the book. He looks at me, he looks at the book again. He's like, if you want a 9.8, you're sending this book in. So, with his recommendation, I sent it in. And guess what? Got my 9.8 on that. Now, it did take me some time. I think this book originally was when CGC was really backed up. It took me probably almost 11 months to get this book back. I learned a lot in that 11-month waiting period, as far as doing things on my own, having books clean, pressed, everything like that. But like I said, this was a book I bought when I was, I had to be 15 years old. I think every 15-year-old at the time who was a comic fan loved Lady Death. Little backstory behind Lady Death. Originally showed up in Evil Ernie #1. Good old Ernest Fairchild. Evil Ernie 91, or Evil Ernie #1 came out in 91, Eternity Comics. I was a huge Evil Ernie fan. He was just demented. His psychopath button, smiley, great comic relief. But ever since, I think Lady Death came out with her own miniseries, it was a 4-part miniseries. Kind of got into her backstory a little bit. She was a little girl named Hope. Grew up. Father wasn't the greatest guy in the world. Mother was a sweetheart. Mother died. Hope ended up getting into some trouble, accused of being witchcraft, being involved with witchcraft. Got put up as far as, witchcraft, of course. Set a spell, transported her to hell, and made a deal with the demon. Long story short, battle with Lucifer. After that, she threw Lucifer through the gates of heaven, which the Lord of Hell cannot go to. And she deemed herself from that point on Lady Death. But, like I said, I used to love the Lady Death comics, Purgatory, Evil Ernie. They have a huge cult following. Originally, it was Eternity Comics, then that went into Chaos Comics. Now I believe it's Dynamite Entertainment. Or no, not Dynamite. I'm not sure. I'll put a note down there who's printing them now. But I did pick up the recent Evil Ernie issues. Not as good as the original, though. But yeah, that's basically the story behind this, why I had it slabbed. It was, to me, it was a big book I bought when I was younger. I think at the time I paid like $50 for this book. It was one of 10,000. The books were hot at the time. I bagged it, I boarded it, I kept it, and I had it ever since. And see what happens when you store your books right. Getting this cleaned or pressed is tricky. You can't do that. We sent it in, based, like I said, on his recommendation. Came back that 9.8. This is a book I'll never get rid of. I've had it this long. I'm going to keep on to it. Very cool. Lady Death, Lingerie, #1, 9.8. Very cool. Listen, I have a lot of slabs, a lot of books. Would love to talk to you guys about them. If you guys are interested in any, let me know. Leave it in the comments down below. Let us know what you think about the whole thing. Like as far as things coming up, we do have mystery boxes coming. Some mystery girl that'll be opening with the little guy. Hopefully, I'll get that CGC submission back soon. Going through a whole mess with them right now. So I'm just hoping they track down my books. We'll see what happens. So, in the meantime, keep on rocking. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday.